guys, I just wanted to come on here this week and share with you quickly on how I am revamping my manifestation morning routine. Recently I did a video on how to organize your life using routines, and on my routine organizer sheet, if you want to watch that video, it's on my channel, but I showed my routine organizer sheet, and on that sheet was my new morning routine. So I thought it would be a good idea to come on here and share it with you guys. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Tiffany Shelton Merrill. I am a neuropsychologist, I am a published author, and I am the founder of Mod Ambition. On this channel, I make videos all about how to plan, how to manifest, and how to enjoy your dream life. So please hit that subscribe button. So first, I want to, before I share with you guys how I'm revamping, I kind of want to paint the picture of, first of all, why it's important and why I'm deciding to do this revamp. So I think it's really important for you to sit down and have a practice of continuously checking in with yourself and making sure things are still working for you. Sometimes we set routines because it's what we're supposed to do or what we see other people doing, and we might get in a groove of having some benefits for that for ourselves. But it's also important to take regular check-ins and different points in your life to see if your routines are currently working for you, especially if you consider what season am I in right now. Am I going through any life stages, any life challenges, any physical changes, like perhaps getting less sleep or hormonal changes, new stages in life, like maybe your schedule changes for work. These could be all kind of points or milestones to help you also kind of check in and make sure things are still working for you. So currently in my life, we just got back from a 3-week vacation in France. My husband's family lives there, and my kids got to meet their grandparents. My mom and brother came, so it was just this really amazing family trip. We also got to see old friends and family members like my husband's brother and his uncle and things. It was an amazing, really amazing experience. But then coming back and getting back in the groove of normal everyday life, I thought it was a good opportunity to kind of sit down and look at what I'm doing in my manifestation morning routine. I also have a manifestation morning guide. It's a free guide. I will link it below if you want to, if you're new at understanding what are some of the habits or daily routines that are going to help you manifest goals more quickly and more consciously. I will link that in the description below as well. So yes, this is kind of like a fall reset for me, kind of looking at this routine, getting back in the groove after vacation, and I think it's been helpful. One of the main things that has been helpful in rethinking how I'm doing my morning routine is adding more flexibility and adding more grace to the way that I think about the routine. So just carving out more placeholders in my routine of time rather than rigid, like this is what I'm going to do, like allowing myself more ability to go with how I'm feeling, and then still feeling like I accomplished my goal of having a morning routine that helps light me up. That's the goal of my morning routine, is to help me vibrate high, to be the foundation and the support for the rest of my day that sets the tone, where I feel aligned, where I have some experiences of joy and mindfulness, some pleasure, as well as making sure I feel prepared and ready and planned out to execute what I have to get done that day. So that's the point of that. And so how can I still have all those yummy benefits, but make it more flexible, that in the end more enjoyable as well. So with that goal in mind, I have here my morning routine new that I want to share with you guys. So lately, since we've gotten back, I have been waking up at 5 a.m. I used to have a goal of waking up at 4:30 a.m. and I was doing that for a while, but it became unrealistic with also my evening routine kind of expanding a little bit. So maybe I'll share that a little bit in a different video. But 5 o'clock feels better. It feels like I still wake up early enough before my kids wake up, we get up during the week at 6:30. So I still have an hour and a half to myself before my kids wake up, but it's not so early that it feels like a chore. I wake up, I have my water, I have my coffee, give myself a bit of grace to kind of get going in the day. There was a point where I wanted to work out first thing when I woke up, and that means I couldn't have my coffee, and and that kind of began to feel less aligned with how I am naturally. So in the morning, I'm very like muted and slow like most people, and I have to take a minute to kind of wind up. So having my water and my coffee first gives me that time to kind of unwind, as well as the things I'm doing for exercise in the morning are more aligned with how I feel, which is like a slower, more flowy vibe. I either do stretching, treadmill, or Pilates. So those are the ones that and mind you, I don't do this all the time. This is like a goal morning routine. So I want to make that also very clear. But having those three options instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to do the treadmill every morning for 30 minutes makes me more likely to do it, because I can go again with how I'm feeling, and it gives me that more flexibility as well. And then after that, any type of reflective practice that I want to do, I have a placeholder for that, and it's things like prayer, meditating, or journaling. I can choose, or if I just want to sit and kind of have my coffee and enjoy myself. And sometimes these things can get replaced. Like if I'm behind on a task and I want to use, instead of getting on the treadmill, that 30 minutes to send an email that I forgot to send, or anything that's going to help me get prepared for the day. Some of these things might get mixed up, but it's that 5 to 6:30 before my kids wake up that I have the option for all of these things, okay? Then, so I'm already kind of vibrating high. I've had time for myself. I'm hydrated. I've moved my body, had time to reflect with my higher spirit. Then I move into waking the kids up at 6:30. They have their breakfast. We get them ready for school. They're usually out the door by 7:10. And my husband takes them to school. That's when I take the time to do my cleaning routine, which I can talk about again in another video if you guys want me to. But basically, I clean up the kitchen and any area, whatever that area is for the day. So I like to rotate, or any type of declutter type of situation. It's just like my cleaning time, 7:10 to usually 7:30. I also use the time after my husband leaves with the kids to get on social media and post. I'll usually post on TikTok and then repurpose those on YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. So that's my time to kind of just hit the publish button before the day gets started and I get busy into my day, and then it becomes kind of just annoying to have to post on social rather than in the morning. It's on my own time. I know I'm going to do that every morning at that time, and it just kind of works with my schedule. So cleaning and posting to social are right after the kids leave, and catching my breath because they usually leave me in a little tizzy. And then I'll shower, make my bed, do my skincare routine for the day, the morning routine. So that's when I kind of get myself judged, and that for me is a big part of pleasure, is like just feeling a little bit put together, especially when you're working from home. I think sometimes you can kind of slouch and you start to feel the effects of that. I certainly, when there's days that I'm behind, I may not take as much time to get myself ready, and I'll just be like hit the ground running. But most of the time, again, this is like the ideal morning routine. I will try to go and put some time into myself because I know that makes me feel better. And then the last part of my manifestation morning routine is I will go downstairs to my home office. I will look at my plan for the day. If I didn't do it the night before, I will do it that morning. Sometimes I even plan all my days at the beginning of the week, not just do a weekly plan, but like time block each of my days at the beginning of the week if I'm pretty sure that my schedule's not going to change. Otherwise, I do it the night before, and then I look at it in the morning. And what I love about my planner, because it is the Mod Ambition Goal Planner that I created, is it reminds me to do the conscious work that I want to do that helps me manifest. So I look at my focus wheel to overcome limiting beliefs that's built into the planner, my vision board, my goal work, all that I can look at in the morning in one place, as well as my plan for the day, which I love about this planner. If you do want updates on the Mod Ambition Planner, I will be relaunching it here very soon in a more accessible capacity, and then working behind the scenes to get it relaunched next year in a more grand capacity. So stay tuned. If you want those updates, I will leave a link in the description below so you can have this planner as well, because it is meant to be like an all-in-one built-in place. You have your pins, you have your sticky notes, but you also have all your goal work. So you're completely organized when it comes to staying on track with your goals and manifesting your goals. And then I do what I call like my wind up work routine. I'll light a candle, some type of aromatherapy I love to have in my office. And then I put on alpha wave study music, which helps me focus. You can just Google that if you want to try it as well. I look at emails, just cleaning those up before jumping in, and I also set my focus timer, which uses the Pomodoro method of productivity. So that's kind of how I wind up to start working. So that is my revamped manifestation morning routine. I think it's pretty simple. It gives me time to myself. It gives me self-care. It gives me pleasure. It gives me mindfulness. So all those things are really important to vibrating high. I should also let you guys know I'm going to be doing a free mini course coming up here very, very soon on manifesting. It's called The Ambitious Manifester. It's going to be 3 live courses completely free. So if you want to take a deep dive with me on how to manifest goals easily using practical strategies, especially things like planners, be sure to register for the mini course, which I will also have linked below. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this episode. Until next time, namaste and cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life.